Hi Lou, welcome to episode 1 of Kitchen Losers, Lousers. I'm currently a kitchen loser, Loser. I hear that you're a good baker. I wish I was a good baker and not a kitchen loser. I prefer baking to cooking, so I feel like there's hope for me, but yeah, okay, so we're gonna use this show to kind of whip me into shape, hopefully, and David too, if I can get him on. Yeah, so I am not a baking bitch. I am a baking bitch. I am not a basic bitch. I know. I'm not a basic bitch. I like to think that I'm a complicated bitch, which is why it pains me to say what I'm about to say next. I'm really craving pumpkin spice. It's October. I need pumpkin spice. I swear I don't drink pumpkin spice lattes. I don't go to Starbucks. I mean, I'm ashamed of myself. So anyway, that's today's goals for this episode, is to make pumpkin spice. I'm not sure if I have pumpkin or spice, so we'll see how this goes. And we're going to be judged later by Petrino, New York, because Paul Hollywood wasn't available. But Petrino, New York will be home tonight, and this will be fun because he actually really doesn't like sweets, so I get to feed him stuff that he doesn't really like and watch the awkward dynamic about if he will admit that he doesn't like it or say that he likes it because he knows that I made it and I'm his wife and he needs to be supportive, or at least he should. So to complicate things and to prove to you hopefully how complicated of a bitch I am, I can't have gluten-free, dairy-free, and I just realized as I said that actually makes me sound more like a basic bitch. But hear me out, it's not because of like a Hollywood diet or fad or anything. It's because of the physiological consequences that I have if I consume gluten or dairy. So yeah, I won't go into the gory details because it's not dinner time conversation. I'm a mess. But yeah, and because I want to keep this skin looking youthful, I'm going to further challenge myself and make things refined sugar-free. So we're not going to use like any cane sugar, pretty much just maple syrup or honey. So I am not at the point in my baking career where I can just whip something up. I think I will try that for another episode. It will surely be inedible. But for this first episode, I'm going to go to my trusty cookbook, Sweet Laurel. Ever heard of her? She's pretty cool. She does all like gluten-free, dairy-free, refined sugar-free recipes. And I'm going to go to the index and I'm going to look up pumpkin and see if she's got my back, my girl Laurel. She does. She has a pumpkin pie. We're not going to do that. It's not Thanksgiving. You really should only be fucking with pumpkin pies at Thanksgiving, unless, I guess it would be cool if you didn't, but I'm not going to do that today. And then there's also a pumpkin spice latte cake. That has legs. 172, 173. Let's see. Okay. All right. Well, David's texting me. Does he sense that I'm doing this without him? He says he loved an image. He just loved a picture of me wearing my chef's hat. As you can see, I could not procure hair and makeup, so I'm trying to distract from this region with my chef's hat. And yeah, I swear I always wear this when I'm in the kitchen. Anyway, David, stop distracting me, please. I think maybe we'll do this pumpkin spice latte cake. I say that very confidently because I haven't assessed if I have any of the ingredients yet, but it looks doable. Like, here's a picture of it. I hope you can see that. It looks pretty simple. I might mix it up though and make cupcakes because, I don't know, I feel like they'll last better, and like maybe I can bring some to Rob because I think he might kill me if I don't. and it would be easier to transport cupcakes. So that'll be me trying to do something off script. We'll turn a cake into cupcake. Sounds simple, but you know, who knows with me. Okay, so let's see if we have what we need to make this. 3 tablespoons coconut oil melted. Let's see. Bear with me as I get my ingredients out. I guess the professionals would have already done this and been all set up, but I feel like, so really what I heard is that you love Great British Bake Off, or at least you did, and David and I love Great British Bake Off, but we, like you, are really annoyed with how overproduced it's become. I hear that's a complaint that you have. I just realized there's no light on the camera. Is this recording? It is recording. Okay, great. Clearly, I don't have a tech budget either. Okay, so yeah, we don't like how overproduced it's become, and we hear that you feel the same way. So I am here to the rescue to make you an equally entertaining baking show that is incredibly underproduced. So you'll be lucky if you see any production in terms of the video or production of even how I look. Sorry. Okay, so coconut oil melted. All right, we have this, so that should work. We're gonna have to melt it. That seems like kind of annoying, but we'll go with it. And tablespoon pumpkin puree. All right, I'm pretty sure that I did see a can of this in a shelf, so I'm gonna have to go climbing and pray that this pumpkin puree expired because I did not recently buy this. Let's see. Okay, we do have a can. Okay. I did find a can of Thrive Market. This video is not sponsored by Thrive Market. Organic pumpkin, and it is Best By December 2020. So we are so in the clear with this. And it says I need 1 cup, 15 ounces. Okay, I failed this exam in 2nd grade. I remember it vividly, and I just refused to learn conversions with the stupid American system. I'm a scientist. I like metrics. Okay, so I don't know how many ounces is in a freaking cup because the rest of the world doesn't think like that. 15 ounces, 2 cups. So 15 is 1.8, so all right, we got enough. Half a cup of maple syrup. Get my measuring cups out. Maple syrup's in the fridge. Okay, I have 1 mug of maple syrup left. I like to have at least 2. I love maple syrup. Have you ever watched Elf? I'm like Buddy the Elf. I like to drink maple syrup. I like to put it on everything. I should weigh 3,000 pounds. I think I will eventually blow up. So note to whoever's editing this, haha, it's definitely going to be me. Please order another bottle of Thrive Market. Maple syrup, not Thrive Market. You can't order the whole store, Rose. Oh my gosh. Okay, 2 large eggs. All right, well, I just broke an egg on my kitchen floor, so that can just, like, you know, tell you how good I am in the kitchen.
Egg number 1 lost while filming episode 1 of Losers, Kitchen Lousers.
All right, we're going to have to break while I clean that up so the dog doesn't get salmonella. Good job, Rose. I'm going to blame that egg drop on the fact that I've been up since 4 a.m. because we flew back to New York this morning on a 6 a.m. flight from Michigan. We can talk about that more later. Okay, 2 eggs. 1 tablespoon vanilla extract. See how many things I break just getting ingredients out. Okay, vanilla extract. There's some sketchy stuff on the outside of this bottle. I think it's just cacao powder. Okay. 2 cups of almond flour. We do have that. Okay. This is totally sponsored by Thrive Market, except for not at all. Thrive Market, if you're watching, please sponsor me. Okay, 1 tablespoon ground cinnamon. 1 teaspoon ground ginger. Okay, we're gonna skip that because I think I have to climb for that. We're gonna get 1 teaspoon baking soda. Got my baking soda. 1/2 teaspoon Himalayan pink salt. Okay. And then, we have to make whipped cream. Alright, we'll get back to that. What did I skip? The ground ginger. So I have to go hunting for that, I think. Oh wait, no I don't. Okay, we seem to shockingly have everything we need so far. I need to go to page 31 to look up this espresso coconut whipped cream. I don't know that I want to make it espresso. I think I just want to make it coconut. We'll just do coconut whipped cream, I think. Also, I can't, if I have caffeine, I don't sleep for 2 days. Very naturally caffeinated. Okay, coconut whipped cream, 2 13.5-ounce cans of full-fat coconut milk refrigerated overnight. Well, that ship has sailed. 2 tablespoons maple syrup, 1 tablespoon vanilla extract. I might actually have coconut milk in the fridge because I think the last time I ran into this problem, I said, let's just keep all of our coconut milk in the fridge. The question is it full fat? All right, let's not break another egg. I found some sketchy looking Goya coconut milk. It was in the fridge. I think this will work. Probably I should keep it in the fridge till I need to whip it. I think. Fun fact, David and I recently met the owner of Goya. She's not Spanish. We met her actually through our Spanish friend who taught her Spanish. So that's kind of scandalous. Little fun fact. Okay, I just realized I probably should have been preheating the oven that whole time. Preheat the oven to 350, okay. Line 2 6-inch cake pans with parchment paper. So I need to have the cupcake things. I don't know if I have those. Okay, so here's another fun story. This is my janky ass cupcake pan. It used to go out to here, but New York problems, we didn't have anywhere that we could fit it, the shelves or the drawers weren't big enough. So David very kindly just used a saw or something to just chop off the edge. So now this is incredibly sharp and hazardous. So this is, why I could become a kitchen loser real fast. I could definitely cut myself and bleed into these cupcakes, which would be like Halloween cupcakes if I did that. We could just play it off as gore, right? I don't know who allowed me to be on camera. Okay, so we're preheating the oven. I don't know how many of these we'll make, but I'm just gonna line them all and be hopeful that I can have enough batter to fill them all. Yeah, so David and I just got back from Michigan. We went to our friend's wedding there. It was both of our first times in Michigan. Thoughts on Michigan? We were in Harbor Springs, which is northern Michigan, right by Lake Michigan. Very white, lots of like a white person's playground kind of. There were a lot of very expensive looking boats and The town looked way too perfect. Like you wouldn't want to be hung over there. You would be like an eyesore. It was really pretty and nice, but it was just a little too Stepford-y. The wedding was great. Also spent a night in Detroit. Well, technically 2 nights in Detroit. The one was by the airport, so that doesn't really count. And Detroit seemed like it had more to offer. I'm much more interested in Detroit, I think. But yeah, that's what we did this weekend. Okay, so if we get this full batch, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20 cupcakes. So, Rob, I'll try to bring you at least 19. Okay. Rob and Michael, I should say. I hear you have sweet tooth. All right, so step 1, done. There's 4 steps in this recipe, but somehow I feel like that's a lie and there's way more than 4. Okay, in a large bowl, okay. Whisk together coconut oil, pumpkin, maple syrup, eggs, and vanilla. Alright, so I need to melt my coconut oil still. I might use my egg pan for that. I need, 3 tablespoons of coconut oil. I will not be offended if you stopped watching by now. Okay. Wow, this is very gross. All my hippie friends have started using coconut oil as a lube. So I just feel weird about it now. Like, I wonder what they feel about it. Like when they're baking, they're like, oh, are these like lube cupcakes? I'm making lube cupcakes. Like, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I'm all for like a natural product, but. Okay, so I gotta melt this. So I need 1 cup of pumpkin puree. Can. Riveting entertainment right here. Just opening a can of pumpkin puree. You're welcome. Oh, that's melted. Turn that off. I wonder if we'll catch a fire on camera. Like, I feel like if you just put a camera on me in the kitchen long enough, I've already broken an egg. There's gonna be like several other incidents, I would predict. Oven's preheated. Okay, pumpkin. So we need 1 cup of pumpkin. So it's kind of gross on its own. I wonder whoever thought like who saw pumpkin for the first time and was like, oh, we can eat that. That looks like something we should eat. I don't know what I would think if I saw a pumpkin. Okay, I think just a little more. So now I need to come up with something to do with the rest of this. Can dogs eat pumpkin? I think they can. Maybe I'll Rasky a little pumpkin treat. Okay, so I think that's a cup, more or less. Okay, so coconut oil, pumpkin. Pumpkin's going in. Coconut oil. It's now melted. I'm just gonna pour that in there. Nice. Coconut oil, pumpkin, maple syrup, my favorite. Maple syrup, half a cup. This is the biggest workout I'll get all day. Lifting this heavy jug of maple syrup. Eggs. You know, I should know myself by now that I should always put the eggs in first, because now I'm like pretty confident that there's a solid chance that I'm gonna get eggshell into this. And if it was just going into the bowl without the other stuff, it'd be easier to fish it out. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah, see? Got a little bit of, just a little bit. Okay. Oh. I think I got it out. All right. Sorry if you get eggshell in these cupcakes. Oh, that was not professional looking. How do you crack an egg? Can somebody teach me? People can do it with one hand. Okay, so coconut oil, pumpkin, maple syrup, eggs, vanilla. Okay, so I haven't done the vanilla. A tablespoon of that. Nope, it's not gonna do it. Okay, so this is. So far, everything in this bowl I think is edible, so we're off to a strong start. Oh, hi, Brasky. Brasky just came to see what's going on. Hi, I have leftover pumpkin for you. You're gonna have some pumpkin with your dinner tonight. Brasky's our dog, just so you know. She's not a person. She thinks she's a person. Okay, so whisk together coconut oil. Okay, see, so that's step 2, but then there's another step in step 2. So step 2 is a lie because there's more than one step in it, and I don't appreciate that because this is a 4-step recipe, but I mean, we're gonna count it up, it's not. This was what is adding an ingredient a step, each one, because it seems like a step. So this is like step 15 by now. Okay, this actually looks pretty good. Actually, it kind of looks disgusting. It kind of looks like vomit, but it smells good, so it's making my eyes say that it looks good. Because some might say it looks like vomit, but others might say it looks like butterscotch pudding, which is one of my favorites. So, yeah. Okay, step 20. In a medium bowl, okay. In a medium bowl, whisk the flour, cinnamon, ginger, baking soda, and salt. See, that's like 5 more steps. 6 with the whisking, right? Okay, so I'm gonna put that out of my hazard way. Okay. I have terrible working memory. I'm gonna have to reread this a million times. Okay, whisk the flour. We need 2 cups of that, I think. 2 cups. Whoa, I'm making a mess. Oh, I don't like messes. Okay. Wow, this product could be better designed for the rack market. This is not very resealable. Okay. 2 cups. Anyway, flour. One tablespoon. That's a good amount. So we're talking pumpkin spice. We need good spice in here. Cinnamon. Okay, this seems dangerous. Like I'm not gonna get it all in the spoon. Cinnamon. Okay, I think this is. See, there goes a little extra. Okay, I think this is like more or less a tablespoon. I'm gonna whisk in each one at a time to get full integration. See, the whisk is breaking up the lumps. Like, do you really need to sift the flour? Okay. Cinnamon, ginger. I have an aunt named Ginger. She's a fun time. Ginger, a teaspoon. Different than a tablespoon. 1 teaspoon. Ginger. Whoa. Ginger. Okay. Ginger is in. Now, I realize it's incredibly presumptuous of me to think that you would enjoy watching any of this, so I apologize for taking your time. Really, I do. And this is, the more I work on it, the more I realize this is not at all like Great British Bake Off. There's not even a tent. There's no competition. There's no, Prue or Mary Berry. Mary Berry is way better than Prue. Maybe controversial opinion, but I think not. Like, there's nothing better than Mary Berry saying, Laz. Prue. It's just kind of like another Paul Hollywood. We didn't need like 2 Paul Hollywoods. 1 is more than enough. Okay. Ginger, baking soda. We need 1 teaspoon baking soda. Baking soda. 1 teaspoon. This one you can't mess up. I feel like this ingredient is the most important to not get the ratios wrong, because the baking soda seems to be very important for baking. It has baking in the name, so I assume it's a very necessary component. Okay, come on, lid. Brasky is looking at me very doubtful of my ability. Do you believe in Mom right now? Do you believe I can make an edible cupcake? I don't even know why I'm making cupcakes. Cupcakes are actually my least favorite dessert. Hopefully these will change my mind. I guess that's the challenge. I'm competing against my past self's opinion of cupcakes. So this is a self-competition because we didn't have other contestants sign up. Salt. Salt. Never understood why salt went into baked goods, but I have low blood pressure and I'm supposed to eat a lot of salt, so I guess this is good for me. Half teaspoon. Another thing you shouldn't do is mix up the salt and the sugar. But when you use maple syrup, you can't really, right? Like, unless you keep salt water in the fridge. Alright, so some extra salt just went in. I have about half of a teaspoon. I'd say I'm just gonna put a little more. Is this why people, like all the YouTubers, they like measure their ingredients out beforehand and then they make these like beautiful videos where they just like everything in once and it's done and the video is 2 minutes and it's unrealistic. It gives you an unrealistic expectations about how to achieve anything in life. But there might be something to measuring the ingredients not over a mixture of the other ingredients because you can't really undo. You can't undo things. So now, a little at a time. We're still on step 2, by the way. Step 2. I mean, how long have I been recording? I don't understand how it's going to be 2 steps. Anyway, step 2 continues on saying, a little at a time, add the dry ingredients to the wet, stirring until a batter forms. Okay. So, we got the barf bowl, which smells amazing. This just doesn't smell like anything. Okay, so we add a little at a time. Is that a little? Should I be using a spoon or a whisk? I feel like it's going to get all up in the whisk. Let me use a spoon. Okay, it still looks the same. Is this really going to form a batter? Just mix it on in. It smells a lot like pumpkin. I'm just going to go for it because I'm impatient. Okay, I'm going to get that's pretty stirred in. It really just looks about the same. I guess it's kind of a batter. It's less liquidy. It's a pretty wet batter. How full do I make it? It's supposed to puff up, right? So like, Do I fill it up the whole way? Okay, so these look amateur at best in my, beautifully constructed pan. And it says bake for 30 minutes. I don't know if it needs to be different because it's cupcakes. I think I'll set the timer for 20 and check, and then 25, and then 30. We'll see. Alright, going in, trying not to, oh wait, so I'm gonna take these out. I don't need to bake empty paper. Timer for 20. Here's my companion, Brasky. She's keeping me company in the kitchen while I bake, and also casting an occasional judgmental eye. Am I keeping you awake? You're very cute. Can you say hi, Waffle? Hi, Jam. Okay, bye. I thought I'd take this. Wow. See, okay, I shouldn't be in the kitchen. I thought I would take this artistic shot showing you the cupcakes baking in the oven 10 minutes through. But I just realized how dirty our oven door is, so I can't get that shot for you. So enjoy the dirty oven door. It smells really, really good in here, I'm not gonna lie. And that's really great because it smelled like trash in here before I started baking because the garbage needs to go out, but I'm being lazy. Oh, wow. Okay. So they definitely rose up. They're pretty rough looking. Like they're kind of ugly. We'll do the toothpick test. I'm gonna go for like a thick one. Oops. Okay, so that did not come out clean, so I think we need another like 5 minutes at least. So we'll set the timer and check back in 5 minutes. Okay, so that means it's been 25 minutes. Okay, 25-minute check. They look about the same. I think it's gonna be just about if the toothpick comes out clean this time. Maybe we need to do the full 30 minutes like for the cakes. Okay, we'll do you. You seem thick. We're like 2 minutes out. I'm gonna do 2 more minutes. Just because I don't want them to be underbaked. But maybe they'll be overbaked and then Petrino, New York is gonna be really pissed. Turn the oven off so that we don't burn the house down. Okay. Okay. Really? You burned the pan? Oh my god. Did it work? It worked! Okay. That was really scary. Okay. Isn't that gonna get like pan marks on them? Rack marks? I guess it doesn't matter because they're gonna get frosting. Okay. So remove the solid coconut cream that has risen to the top of the can. Okay, hopefully we have solid coconut cream. Okay, it doesn't look that solid. Somewhat solid, but not really what you want, I don't think. Also, that spoon is way too big. I'd say this is where we're gonna run into trouble. This is like all milk. This is not working. I don't think this is the right brand, like Goya Sketch. tastes good. Maybe this can's more frozen. This looks a little bit solid. Kind of like exactly the same as the other one, actually. Don't cut yourself wrong. Okay, that just went all over me. Alright. Oh, this one's way more solid. Okay. So maybe, I don't know, that one was defective. This looks a lot better. I'm gonna hold on to hope here. I worry that we're not gonna have enough still, though. I don't know about this frosting part. I feel like the cakes are actually gonna taste okay. This, though, looks like cottage cheese right now. Also, how are 2 cans of the same exact thing so drastically different? Okay, so we're basically just supposed to beat this on high speed until it thickens and peaks form. And then once it's done, we slowly add in maple syrup and vanilla. Let's just see, I guess. Please work, please work, please work. Okay, so beat on high speed. This is not good. It got like more liquidy. It's just like milk. It's like bubble milk. Alright, so this didn't say full fat. I'm gonna guess that's what the issue was. But it didn't say like non-fat or light. So don't use Goya coconut milk for this recipe. Just straight up liquid, and it actually smells disgusting. Ugh. Oh, that's really bad. Okay, this is not good coconut milk. Where are your frostings? Okay, lemon spread. I don't think lemon and pumpkin is a thing. Pumpkin spice. Coconut glaze. Maybe we can make a coconut glaze. This is an orange coconut glaze, but maybe we can just make a coconut. We need coconut butter, maple syrup, vanilla. Alright, here we are, episode 1, I'm improvising, so this is probably going to taste like shit. Okay, so I think this is the answer, a glaze. Let me Google how to make dairy-free frosting. It's like blogs, you have to scroll forever till you actually get to the instructions. Okay, so 1/2 cup of butter. I'm gonna just use coconut butter. 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then 2.5 to 3 cups of organic powdered sugar. And then a few tablespoons of dairy-free milk. I do have almond milk, so maybe I can just use that. Okay, because I don't have powdered sugar, maybe instead of using the dairy-free milk as liquid, I can use maple syrup or both. Okay, we're gonna try. 1/2 cup coconut butter. Let's do this. Like, this seems really thick. Like, I think this might work. I feel like this is kind of like what you would want from the coconut milk. What is coconut butter? What are you? Add softened vegan butter to a large mixing bowl. Use mixer to cream butter until light and fluffy for about 1 minute. Okay. So it says, then add vanilla and mix more. So 1/2 teaspoon vanilla. half a cup of that. Wait. Oh yeah. Okay, this smells really good. I'm not gonna lie. Oh. It looks kind of like a frosting, like a coconutty frosting, right? It's not bad. It tastes a lot like coconut. I think it needs sweetener, so I'm gonna add maple syrup. At least a tablespoon. You know what I'm wondering? I have protein powder, like vanilla protein powder that tastes good. Maybe I'll add a little bit of vanilla protein powder instead of more coconut. And that'll thicken it back up to where I can use it more as a frosting. Let's try. I mean, this might taste like shit. Okay. I think the salted caramel actually is going to go with the pumpkin. And it's going to be subtle. I just want something to sweeten and thicken it up a little. Scoop. Put half a scoop. You know, that freaking plays. I'm going to add a little more powder. And then I'm going to see if we can get it to, like, actually go on the cupcakes. I'm not mad about that. So the hardest part of this healthy baking adventure has definitely been making healthy frosting. Probably if I would have planned ahead and made sure I knew what I was doing and had ingredients, it would have been really easy and delicious. It's kind of just like coming out like a German chocolate cake frosting. I have no idea if it's actually going to taste good with the cupcakes, but we'll find out. Okay, so I chilled the frosting. It's a bit thicker now. Oh, whoa, it's a lot thicker. I'm going to let it sit out for a bit. I'm hoping that I can get it to a consistency where I can pipe to try to make these look a little better because they're looking a little janky, a little crusty. But yeah, we'll let this sit at room temp for a bit and then go from there. Okay, so I've let the frosting warm up a bit. It's still kind of thick, so we might have to mess with it a little bit, but I think I'd rather it be too thick than too thin. I have lost my chef's gear. I made the mistake of taking it off, and now the dog is sleeping on it. So bear with me. Not looking professional, because we all know I'm a very professional chef. Okay, so I'm going to try and pipe this. I've never piped anything in my life. I got this cake decorating equipment for Christmas last year because I told my families I wanted to learn how to bake, and it's now October and I'm using it, so, you know, better than never. I have a lot of tips that I could have chosen from. I picked one that looks more like a leaf. I know it's not going to look like a leaf when it comes out, but I just figured I'd pick it because we're very autumnal today. Okay, so I think I know how to screw this on. I think that's right. Okay. So now I have to somehow get the frosting in this bag. So I'm new to this whole filming thing, and I just filmed frosting all the cupcakes, piping them, and I lost most of the footage because I didn't realize that my memory card had filled up while I was filming the scene. So, you know, you really didn't miss much other than probably me, you know, other than a lot of embarrassing footage, honestly, of me trying to pipe oily frosting onto the cakes. It did not work. So here's my first cupcake. It looks really professional. Kitchen Losers. You'll see the final shot of what it looks like. It looks like poop. It looks like poop cakes with diarrhea frosting. So here we have the finished product. JK. Expectation versus reality. I mean, just look at the intricacies of the piping work. Very delicate frosting. So appetizing. Incredibly appetizing. I cannot wait to serve these. I await the judgment of Petrino, New York. Wish me luck. I'm embarrassed to serve them. I am anxiously awaiting Petrino, New York's judgment when he gets home. I don't think it's gonna end up well for me. I really, I had never piped before. This was probably not the frosting to try it on for the first time. But yeah, you didn't really miss much other than me failing. Like, it was literally like squeezing a runny diarrhea onto a poop cake, failing. And the whole time, the dog was just sitting next to me, watching in rapt attention. Like, she could not have been more interested in what I was doing, because she 100% thinks that they're dog food. Like, they look and smell like dog food. She's really pissed right now because I didn't give her any because it's not dog food, but I don't blame her because it looks just like dog food. Anyway, you'll see the final clip. Sorry that you missed the main frosting action, but I think it's a blessing because it honestly is the least appetizing process that you could have watched. Yeah, all right. Well, I'll try to get a bigger memory card for future episodes too. All right, bye. Okay, it's much later. It's 8:49 p.m. Petrino, New York, is not home from work yet, but I'm hungry for a sweet treat after dinner. So I'm gonna try one of my poopy cakes. And I just wanted to get the reaction for you. And then when David comes home, we'll have him try. But let's see how much of a treat he's into and how much trouble I am in. So I'm eating this little guy that was like only half full. So it's probably not the best representation, but it's the ugly one, so I want to get rid of it. Cool. All right. So that's what it looks like unwrapped. Very appetizing. Okay. The cake is good. The cake is good. It's like spicy in a good way. I'm not getting a ton of pumpkin, but it's good. The frosting is not good. It's a weird texture. It's like, I can't really even taste the frosting that strongly, but at the same time, because of the texture, it's almost overpowering. It's not my best work, but I think we knew that. Maybe on the bigger cakes that are like way taller, it'll be better because the cake to frosting ratio will be a bit more in the favor of cake. These would have been really good if the coconut whipped cream would have worked. Anyway, we'll be back for judgment soon.
If you want to angle it down. Is it?
All right, well, it's judgment time.
Oh boy.
We have our 3 judges. From left to right, we have Robert, California.
Hey.
We have Michael. What do you want your last name to be? It has to be a city or a state or a place.
Oh my god. Barcelona.
Oh, Michael Barcelona. And we have
It's like Vicky.
Petrino, New York, and they're here to judge episode 1's products. They have not seen the trials, the tribulations, or the triumphs that I've been through, so they will just be judging with no prior knowledge.
And we judge.
I'm presenting you with these. They are pumpkin spice cupcakes.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Icing's
So-
amazing.
Well, fuck you.
I mean,
The wrappers are
It's a little
stylish.
Okay, so yeah, you score on presentation, taste, and
Sorry.
presentation, taste, and creativity. I've been told.
yes.
I didn't. Okay.
Is there anything special about these cupcakes?
Yes,
Are
what should
they-
we
Are
Um,
they gluten-free, vegan, whatever?
Yeah, they are. They're not vegan, but they're gluten-free, dairy-free,
Exactly.
refined, sugar-free,
Okay.
and they're protein cupcakes. So they're
Good
perfect
protein?
post-workout treat.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
We've all been to the gym, so.
Here's my workout. Okay.
All right.
Can we dig in?
You can dig in.
All right.
Oh my gosh. And they're all the same.
Yeah. Well, theoretically.
Ooh, anxious.
Don't be anxious. All right,
I
here we
can't
go.
believe you're not cutting yours in half.
I was going to.
All right.
Consistency is good
Okay.
for something that's so healthy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't believe it was healthy.
You wouldn't believe it was healthy.
No. They're quite
I won't use the
moist.
M word because I hate it.
Oh, but they are.
But they are
Mhm.
moist.
Okay, good. So you think the bake is okay?
It's the only way to describe it.
They're dank.
They're not sweet at
They're
They're
they're dewy.
all. The frosting is quite nice.
The frosting
you
is
like-
nice. Is that a cream cheese frosting?
No,
Mm.
I'm glad you like the frosting
Is it
though.
coconut cream?
It's coconut butter
It's quite
with
nice.
a little bit of maple syrup
Mm-hmm.
and salted caramel protein. So most of the protein actually comes from the frosting.
Okay.
Wow.
It's very good.
It's
Thank
really
you.
We like
good.
them.
Thank
Have another
you.
bite?
We'll take a dozen.
A dozen.
Yeah. And one
Great.
of these retail part?
They're free for Kitchen Losers friends and family.
Excellent. All right.
Four.
Very
Good
nice.
stuff.
Good.
Delicious.
Alright.
Delicious.
So I don't know. They don't give scores on how do we want to do this.
Well, we got to vote someone out.
You got to vote someone out. I guess
You're
it's me.
star maker and you're also voted out.
What did we say? Don't make cupcakes.
Crap. Yeah, like
Well,
you're
what's the
banned
best
from
then?
making
The show would be
cupcakes.
over.
So we're going to have to bring in another
I
contestant
think
next
you
week.
need
Okay.
something else.
Okay.
All right, episode 1, we've learned a few things.
Yes.
We need another contestant.
Need another contestant.
Very good though.
Delicious.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Spot on.